At first, when I came to ballet, I did not like it. I wanted to be a singer. It's just that I was found to have good physicality, and they advised my parents to send me to ballet. When I entered the school, I still didn't realize what awaited me. Only at the age of 14-15 did I start to realize. I even wanted to quit. I didn't want to force myself from morning till night. After all, ballet is a permanent violence against oneself.
Wait a little bit. To put her forward. Wait 1 second. I mean, start here front. Yeah. Wait. Put her the leg and then fall.
So with me. Танец для меня – это прежде всего гармония души и тела. То есть, когда мы воспроизводим…
For me, dance is harmony, first of all. Harmony of body and soul. When we perform some movements and we dance not only classical choreography, but also modern. For me, dancing is what links your feelings, your soul and body. All this together creates harmony, where you create not just a dance, not just some movement, but you demonstrate the plastique of the body and feelings that you express. Emotions in a dance can be very different. Now you portray sadness, then joy, sometimes it's sorrow. And all this is also revealed through body plastique.
Being a ballet dancer in particular, it's a lifestyle, it's not something that, is just work. And of course that requires a lot of discipline and focus and energy, and as dancers you often make sacrifices.
Мне нравится и сам процесс работы.
I like the very process of work, searching for my own self in one role or another. When you feel yourself both spiritually and physically, you teach your body one or another technique. I don't know any other life. I've never had any doubts if it was worth doing. My whole life was devoted to this profession.
In our class, I remember there were 39 boys aged 9 to 10 years. But, unfortunately, every year the class was getting smaller and smaller, and sometimes 6 boys graduate, sometimes a little more. Out of 39, not all of them reach the goal.
At school, we had classical dance lessons, about an hour and a half, rhythmics, also an hour and a half, historical folk dance. Some of the subjects were taught in primary grades. In junior grades, folk stage dance is added. Kazakh dance certainly, Oriental dance. For a girl, this will be about 5 to 6 hours of training per day. All these subjects help to feel our body, to feel the coordination of body work. They contribute to the development of danceability, that is, freedom. And then, whatever role you are given, you can easily master it.
Чтобы ты смог спокойно овладеть ею.
During training, we were busy from morning till evening. It's quite difficult. It is also difficult because the parents are far away. I myself am from Karaganda and the school was in Almaty. I really missed my parents. I had time to enjoy life, play with dolls, football and catch up, and all sports games up to 9 years old. And then all this became impossible. We were forbidden to ride a bicycle, roller skate or ice skate. All this is forbidden because there is a risk of injuries. The wrong muscle groups are loaded. Unfortunately, I still don't know how to skate and roller skate, although I really want to. At choreographic school, we had opportunities to look at the great stars such as Maya Plisetskaya, Galina Ulanova. They did come to us, and I still vividly remember their faces. I remember how they talked to us, the students. This gives such an extraordinary impetus and incentives to move on, to strive for the best, incredible motivation. If we do some jumping during a dance, we can put on softer pointe shoes to make it easier. If I need to perform some kind of adagio rotation, where the foot must be stable, then I use firmer pointe shoes, preferably new ones.
Более такие, как новые, где устойчивый такой пятак, стелька.
Я трепетно отношусь к своей пуанты.
I revere my pointe shoes. I took a long time to prepare them. I can't just sew on the ribbons and run to dance. I need to turn this pointe into a part of my foot, merge with it.
In modern ballet, as I feel, you reveal yourself more as a ballet dancer.
Of course, I like modern ballet more. I did not immediately begin to understand it. Only after a while did I realize that in modern ballet there was more freedom and more opportunity to reveal myself, to reveal my feelings, because the classic forms still have some limitations.
Ballet in itself has evolved in the classical way, also in a modern way. Every time a modern production that is not based on the classical tradition, it's every time more challenging, more dynamic. I think the public also expect this evolution, this evolving, because they can only stay on the internet and see, oh, so much interesting things. So if they go to the ballet now and see the same way it was done 100 years ago and they keep repeating, I think they're losing a bit interest. So it has evolved, it has to continue evolved. But of course, it's good for the ballet and for the dancers, for the companies to not forget the past. It's what built it, it's basic. We should all learn from the past and continue evolve throughout the years.
I think classical ballet and art, it needs to evolve with time because it always has, you know, like classical ballets, the way they're danced today, or even 20 or 30, 40, 50 years ago, they're not done exactly the same as they were originally created, you know, and society evolves over time, and we as people of society, we have different demands and different wants and needs, and art reflects society. So, you know, I think for classic art to continue and to remain relevant and interesting, it has to evolve with time. Otherwise, it gets left behind, and who wants to see that?
I hope it develops for every time the best, and it continues being this beautiful form of art. And it can be only better if the right people take the right directions. When you push, her leg go almost here.
It's not me.
Like here, up, and then just open the right leg to there.
Смотри, значит, не купе, ты должна быть в воздухе.
Да, ровно.
Вот так должна быть в воздухе. И оттуда купе. А не раньше.
I always reflect and analyze. Will the audience understand? Will the audience understand my dance? What do I want to convey? What emotion, what kind of life do I want to experience on this stage? What do I portray? I go on stage with the hope that the audience will understand and read the story that I portray. It's important for me. We're not just showing our physical abilities. We show artistic, mental, and spiritual qualities. And when people come to watch the performance, they're inspired with all this.
If I see a dancer that can show their pure self and be able to communicate that, even with something as simple as just moving the arm like this, you know, maybe the eye line, or you can see that there's something they're feeling inside and they're projecting that to the outside world, and it's something that I call like a connection to the divine.
Sometimes it's very difficult for dancers to express a thought in words. Easier to dance. We convey everything through body language. And it seems to me, when I express something verbally, as if something gets lost. When changing position, please look straight ahead. Do everything more accurate. The more accurate, the cleaner it will look. Please stand in square formation. 8 beats you will walk and start on the 9th, especially the line with Nazirke, Baljan, Aynura. You're always late. One more thing. When the 6 of you are dancing, 3 and 3, different parts of your body move, which they shouldn't. The hand goes with the leg, then the elbow, separately. You do it a little sloppy, especially those in the front.
У вас оно немножко грязновато, особенно те, кто стоят спиной.
cry every day, to be honest. Due to pain, fatigue, because you want to give up everything, but you can't. I can't say that I cry often. I cry rarely, but amply. When loads are heavy, it's hard to get up in the morning. You sit next to bed, stretch first in order to get to the shower. Everything crackles on you. Knees, ankles, fingers, neck, shoulders. But then, somehow, slowly, you wake up, you assemble yourself like a transformer, and go to work.
Our job is hazardous, frankly speaking. All moves must be done correctly. Because, anatomically, we dancers do many things wrong. For example, ordinary people walk straight, but we walk every day with our arms and legs twisted. There are inconvenient movements, just impossible movements from the point of view of an ordinary man.
A dancer, even if he or she does everything correctly and quite consciously approach their work, they get so tired that sometimes they simply cannot control themselves. Dancing when they are exhausted, they unconsciously can do something injurious. Of course, I had a lot of injuries. Oh, arthritis, arthrosis. When I had an injury last year, I went to do an MRI and they told me, you know, you've got all the senile diseases. You've got a whole bunch of them. And I say, this is normal for us, dancers. No big deal. And the doctors told me, oh, miss, why do you neglect your own health? Why? And I say, you know, such is my profession. And they say, it must be so hard for you to live with such a profession. And I say, well, I'm probably already used to it. Always hungry. It's about us. Well, yes, you want to eat normally, but you can't because of rehearsals. You're responsible since you go on stage. We perform in tights, in a tutu, and ballet is associated with aesthetics and beauty first of all. And the audience who come to look at you, they want to see this beauty, to get some kind of spirituality, to become better. They are attracted to the beautiful. And of course, after all, how can I let myself eat fried potatoes and meat? I don't know.
Sometimes she eats just one apple for dinner, and I say, eat something, you will have no energy. And she replies, I've had my fill, it's okay.
Whatever you eat, you start thinking, I'll gain weight, I'd rather skip it. We have learned to block ourselves. I have a friend, and her daughter studies at the choreography academy, so this little girl of 7 years old, she sits down to eat and says, Mom, I won't eat this. Her mom asks, why? Because I need to lose weight. Imagine a 7-year-old thinking about losing weight. Dancers, we're waiting for you. Officers, go on stage. Come on, let's not be late for the second act.
You go like this. Look, the arm should be like this. Break it. Break it so it hurts, so that it is stretched here and gets painful there. Right. Hold it.
I have a new partner in this ballet. We will have a premiere with him. Or rather, he will have a premiere. I hope everything goes well. Of course you get tired. Considering it has 3 acts, now the second act is coming. It's more intense, with many complex techniques in it. Then the third act, which isn't an easy one either. But in general, the second act is more complicated. We need to know how to allocate energy. You also need to brace up emotionally in order to perform everything in full, so that the audience can understand.
Kazakhstan has a lot of talent. It's a country that loves ballet, and I'm really proud of being here. The dancers are fantastic. They have amazing physicality. They love what they do. Ballet is really supported here. I just wish they would be a bit more open-minded like the rest of the world.
I definitely think ballet has a future in Kazakhstan for sure. There are like I said, three major theaters here. They have a fantastic school here. There's fantastic facilities. So there's a fantastic infrastructure there. There's a great respect towards the arts in this country.
There are very talented artists in Astana Ballet. They work well on the repertoire here and they make gorgeous performances in which it is just a dream to dance. We do not see any faces of the audience while performing. We can only see their faces at the end, when we bow. And though we don't see the audience, we do feel their vibes. We feel their presence. We have one ballet called In the Middle, choreographed by Forsyth. Before the start of the performance, the curtain rises. We stand on the stage and there is a sharp noise along with the music. And I can feel the audience getting the creeps, as if a part of this is transmitted back to us. This noise, it is so captivating and covers the whole as a wave. I feel the audience gasping, ah! I feel their breath. And when we start dancing, we really feel the energy, the movement dynamics. And you know, it is such an exchange of energy. Oh, I really enjoy working with Tatyana. She has powerful vibes. And I do too. And when I dance next to powerful vibes, it turns me on. Even when we meet in a dance, everything is at the level of feelings. Even eye contact is not required. And when I feel expressionless vibes nearby, it confuses a little. Because you want more power, more energy.
She is attentive to her friends, she is hardworking, does what she says. She sticks to her words.
She has an incredible physicality. Her body, she's flexible and also open to suggestion, you know. Partnering, it's a dance of two, you know, and it goes both ways, and she always wants the best, you know.
Tatyana is one of the greatest dancers I've worked my whole life. I simply love working with her. She has to be always in the top shape. She's always 100% there. I called her Mr. Fire, you know, Mrs. Fire. The relationship between public and performance, the applause. I live for the applause. I just enjoy when I finish, when my dancers, when a piece of mine is performed and the public stands up and scream bravo. Why? Because they got touched. They felt the emotion.
Dance is an exchange of energy with the audience when you're on stage and after you have danced. You have conveyed all the feelings, all the emotions that you wanted to convey, and you feel the applause, this energy of the audience with whom the exchange takes place. And for me, it is pure pleasure. I just love it. Everything has an end. I just live here and now and enjoy what I do. There will come a certain moment when I will reminisce on this. Knowing that ballet dancers retire at quite an early age, I try to fully enjoy the present day so that I can remember it later.